Let's be honest, we're living in a world of disposable things. We've built our modern lives on a foundation of temporary fixes and short term thinking. From our throwaway products to our fleeting solutions for giant problems, we have traded enduring quality for cheap convenience. We have more technology than ever, but instead of creating a robust future, we've locked ourselves into an efficiency prison, a predictable and ultimately fragile existence. Social division, economic anxiety, these aren't just problems, they're symptoms of a world built on a disposable assembly line mindset, and it's cracking under the pressure because it is never built to last. The old ways of building have been forgotten. For centuries, the goal was to create things that would endure. Now, our modern approach is to break everything down into tiny, manageable pieces, losing sight of the whole. It's like trying to build a cathedral that will stand for 1,000 years, but only focusing on making the cheapest possible brick. We celebrate the specialists who know their tiny part of the assembly line, while the interconnected world we're building falls apart. We've been taught to think in straight disposable lines, but the world is not disposable, and the crises we face demand solutions that are built to endure. This disposable design has done more than fill our lives with junk, it has reshaped our very minds. We've been trained to think in the same short term, fragmented way we build, hollowing out our own creativity when we need it the most. There is a need to focus on lasting solutions that promote happier people, people who feel inspired to add to the world, not just consume it. This means returning to an older, more human way of creating. It's a skill every single one of us was born with, the very skill that built the lasting wonders of the world, but that our disposable culture has trained us to forget. We need to remember those ways through creative perspective. It's about reclaiming the lost art of seeing the world as a craftsman does, holistically, with an eye for things that will last. Creative perspective is the ability to look at a problem that has everyone else applying a temporary patch and to see how to reforge the entire structure. It's about connecting ideas to build something resilient, questioning the flimsy assumptions everyone else accepts, and seeing the entire ecosystem, not just the one broken part. Think about it. Modern cookie cutter thinking asks, how do we get rid of this problem quickly? Creative perspective leans back and asks, how do we build something so well that this problem can't exist in the first place? It's the difference between slapping tape on a leaky pipe and designing a system of plumbing that will last for a century. It's the shift from managing a crisis to building a world designed for permanence. This isn't a new idea, as I said, it's a timeless one that we've let gather dust. History is filled with moments where a single creative mind rejected the quick, conventional fix and created something of enduring value. Take London in the mid 1800s, choked by a terrifying cholera outbreak. The specialised minds of the area were all stuck on one flimsy idea that the disease spread through miasma or bad air. Their solutions were temporary and pointless, like fighting a ghost. But a physician named John Snow had a craftsman's perspective. He ignored the accepted wisdom. Instead of looking for a quick fix, he started meticulously mapping where people were dying. His map revealed a solid, undeniable pattern. The deaths were all radiated from a single water pump on Broad Street. Snow couldn't prove it with modern science. He couldn't see the bacteria, but his perspective allowed him to see the underlying structure of the problem. He reframed the question from how do we treat the sick to what is the source of this illness. He convinced the town to remove the pump handle, a single act that addressed the core issue, and the outbreak vanished. He didn't just stop a disease, his lasting insight built the entire field of epidemiology. This is to say that this assembly line mindset isn't just creating a disposable world, it's creating disposable lives. The modern cookie cutter effect is hollowing out our creativity and our quality of life. We are encouraged to specialize in one tiny, predictable task, becoming a cog in a machine we don't understand. Our jobs become a series of temporary fixes and short term goals, leaving us feeling disconnected from the bigger picture and the final result of our work. This approach bleeds into our personal lives. We follow trends and templated paths for success, optimizing our lives for efficiency rather than fulfillment. We scroll through endless feeds of fleeting content, consuming temporary digital junk instead of creating anything of enduring value ourselves. Our creativity atrophies. We are constantly handed the cheap, convenient, prepackaged solution instead of being challenged to build our own. We're losing the very skill that makes us human. The ability to see the whole, connected, disparate ideas and build something that truly lasts. The result is a life that feels fragile, predictable, and ultimately unsatisfying. So, how do you begin to fight back? You start small. You start in the one place that you have total control, your own home. I challenge you to seek out the lost knowledge of the craftsman. Go to the library and find a book on an old woodworking technique or whatever you find of value. Look up the history of pottery in your region. Learn a skill that connects your hands to the acts of creation, not just consumption. Then turn that knowledge into action. Take a corner of your room, a desk, or a single wall, and make it a space that inspires you. Don't just buy a prepackaged fix from some big shop. Build a shelf yourself. Refinish an old piece of furniture with care. Design a workspace that isn't just efficient, but is truly yours. Space that reflects a commitment to permanence, not convenience. This isn't about interior design, it's a training ground for your mind. It's about building something lasting with your own hands to prove to yourself that you can. You can do this. The future won't be designed by those who are best at following the instructions for a throwaway product. It will be built by those who are brave enough to design something that can be passed down. It will be shaped by the people who connect ideas from different fields, who see the beautiful, lasting patterns hiding in the chaos, and who find the courage to build for permanence. So here's the last thing I want you to do. It's not to like or subscribe. It's to practice rebellion against the disposable in your own thinking. The next time you face a frustrating problem at your work or in your area, in your own life, stop. Before you reach for that quick, easy fix, ask yourself one simple question. Am I trying to patch a hole, or am I trying to build something that will last? Start there, nurture that skill, because your creative perspective is the one thing that will build a future worth inheriting.